Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Amber, and today I'm gonna take you back to Malaysia, one of the most magical trips I've had this year. I'm gonna share some tips and tricks and some little stories along the way with our travel and experience in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. So we're taking the monorails to Petronas Towers for today, and I think one of the best things during the monorails was just the experience of like trying to get the tokens and like catching the train and seeing Malaysians everywhere, just being nice and polite. I think the monorail system was very good. And then we had to walk a little bit to get to Petronas Towers. As you can see, it's just over there. You can see it everywhere. So yeah, this is the Petronas Towers. Quite one of the tallest buildings here in the world. And as you can see, there's the sky bridge in the middle. Actually, the Petronas Towers is actually a mall. And then I think the biggest companies in the world use the building as their office. So yeah, this is what it looks like around, and this is what it looks like inside. So yeah, we're just gonna go down to the entrance for the Sky Bridge tourist attraction, and right now we're just gonna get some tickets. So make sure you book your tickets online so you don't go there and miss out, because sometimes they have a cutoff time. So yeah, this is what it looks like around, and I think we at least spent like 160 ringgits for the tickets. That's for 2 people. So this is the Sky Bridge. This is what it looks like up there. Right. So yeah, there's just a lot of tourists. We were grouped. I think they gave, well, not really. I think they actually give you stickers to group you from red, blue, and green. And there's like, so you won't be overcrowded, and you're given a few minutes to take photos and videos over there. So yeah, you just gotta look around and enjoy the scene, and you know, seeing Kuala Lumpur in all of its glory. I was just so mesmerized by it. Just so beautiful. And then a few floors up, I think it's an 88-story building, the Petronas Twin Towers, so that's 88 floors. So yeah, it was quite tall, and this is the part where you get to see like the info on how it was made, like a miniature Kuala Lumpur, and also just some miniature displays. And this is the souvenir shop where you actually take photos and then you can buy them. And this is what it looks like around the shopping center in the Petronas Tower. So there's like a lot of brands there, from Gucci to Prada. And this is what it looks like around the park area. There you go, that's the Petronas Towers. And you can actually walk around, and like I see some people jogging here sometimes. And then we just went back to our hotel and like had to shop for some goodies at 7-Eleven. It was late around like 5 or 6 when we got back. And this is what it looks like. It's not really crowded in Kuala Lumpur. That's one of the best things I like. And we had our dinner at Inn Bar a la Port, and they have a live band playing there. And then we visited Trek to see my cousin, and just had some food and talked about things from life to family and everything. So yeah, good morning. This is the next day. Let's see what adventures lies ahead. I think today we're gonna meet some of my partner's friends in the Chinatown in KL, and we're gonna have some incredibly prepared, just amazing food. And if I was looking around, there was just a lot of eye-catching displays of like vendors. And yeah, this is Chinatown in Kuala Lumpur. As you can see, there's like a lot of tourists too. There's a lot of exotic food, and I just want to sit down somewhere and just eat. See? Incredible. It wasn't peak hours yet when we got there. That's why there's not a lot of people yet on the tables. And also, yeah, this is what we got. We actually got served frog too. Another, like, we had the king crab and some veggies. Yeah, here's me. Just, yeah. And this is me working out the next day because we gotta burn all of the food that we ate. Trying to stay in shape while traveling, because it's one of the most important things when you're traveling. You gotta be healthy. I think this is one of the things that people forget when they travel. You have to be healthy and in good shape so you don't get tired easily. Yeah, and like you have the energy to like do your traveling and touring and being a tourist. So yeah, around this time we were planning our trip to the Batu Caves already. So we know it was going to be a climb up there. And yeah, we took a Grab. So one thing that you need to know when you're traveling to Malaysia is just book a Grab everywhere. It's fixed price, you don't have to haggle, and they take you there. I think from our hotel to Batu Caves, we only spent 16 ringgits. And yeah, here's the interesting view. Like, the monkeys are quite smart. One of them even stole the chips from a tourist. They were just sharing it. And I don't know how, like, it was such a climb. I can't even remember how tired I was halfway. But this is what it looks like inside. And according to Google, actually, there's 272 steps to get to the top. So this is some sculptures in here. And there's another part of the cave over there. So what do you get from here is it's wet. There's a lot of doves, there's a lot of monkeys, well, not a lot of monkeys, but they're substantial. There's a lot of colored sculptures, and yeah. It was just so beautiful. One thing you have to understand though is that there are animals here, so it smells like animals. And also we went to the Batu Caves art gallery. So as you can see here, there's like Sanskrit stuff written. I think this was just one of the best literatures in Malaysia that was displayed. I couldn't actually figure it out, but a lot of the writings on the displays were just very symbolic, and it's more wisdom really. And when you get to visit this place, you'll feel such a vibe where like you feel like you're around spirits actually, which is really weird, but really refreshing too. Seeing the history of Malaysia in quite a beautiful display of art. And this is one of the parts of the cave that where I actually got the chills, and I think it's because the wind was blowing on some of the holes in the cave, but it was just so weird. And yeah, I got goosebumps looking at the sculptures. So these are their gods and goddesses, I think. And yeah, just really. And also, here's one beautiful peacock that we saw along the way. And yeah, after that we just went to our hotel room and relaxed and watched some movies, and this is what it looks like at nighttime. And then the next day we went to the National Museum in Malaysia, although we walked around some parks before that. So this is the view. And what you can see here is like a lot of like things from the creation to like how the ancient Malaysians and like, you know, even Philippines, how most of us were actually related in Southeast Asia, and like what happened in our history, religion and everything. It was really interesting for me to be in this museum because it made me appreciate being an Asian, because a lot of people really try to like, you know, conform to what's trendy today, but going to these museums, you feel like this is my identity, this is who I am, this is where I originated from. It's kind of like what you feel. And so a little bit of history is really amazing to feel and witness. So even currencies too, like how the British occupation and all the other people who tried to invade Malaysia, it was there on this museum. So like the Portuguese also, I think the common similarities that I see is just, you know, the Philippines and Malaysia has suffered so much from people who were trying to, you know, exploit us in some way. But yeah, I think the shared history of being invaded and, you know, being colonized by people who saw potential in our countries, I think it's not really entirely a bad thing, because some of the, you know, improvements in our countries were brought towards by our former colonizers. So it's like a 50-50 win-win sort of situation, although a lot of things have, you know, happened in which in our history it's quite dark as well, but along the way there are good things that we have benefited from these occupations. So yeah, that's what I felt like I learned when I went there. Alright, so I'm just going to show you around our hotel room. So this is our hotel room. This is in Berjaya, Times Square. We stayed here for the rest of our trip. And it's quite spacious, it's really big, it's really private too. We were on the 43rd or 41st floor, and it's all mahogany, it's all wood. And this is like the bathroom area, and there's me. Like, I really love showering after traveling, so you gotta have to at least have a shower, or if you're the type to relax in a bathtub. And also the toilet room is connected. And that's your classic bidet and toilet. And then when you go out to the other door, there's the kitchen. So it's like it's a place where it's just, you can walk around it literally. So there's a mini fridge and a toaster. And yeah, we're just gonna go back in. So this is what it looks like in our accommodation during our stay. And yeah, that's the view from the window. You can see the pool already. And yeah, this is Berjaya Times Square. And the next day we plan to go to Aquaria, which is actually an indoor zoo, I would say. So yeah, I think per person it costs like 79 ringgits. That's around like, I don't know, for two people that's around like 2,000, 3,000 pesos. And what I liked about this place, it was just magical. Although there was one animal that I saw, I think it was an otter, who was like desperate to escape, and that really wrecked my heart so much. So yeah, just a lot of fishies and a lot of like insects too. I just saw some like wildlife in front of me that just I've never seen before. Yeah, and so I'm like, I really love spiders, by the way, so getting to see a tarantula up close was just perfect. Yeah, just a lot of fishies and everything. Some insects that I've never seen in my entire life, or maybe I've just like, you know, haven't paid attention to because they are in camouflage. And yeah, there's like so the Aquaria zoo, I would say indoor zoo, has like a terrarium and an aquarium, and there's just like different levels to it. So this is me like looking around Nemos and Dories. I've never seen a dory up close before. I forgot what kind of fish it was. If you know, you can comment down below. Right, so there are lots of fishes over there. I just found out dory is actually called a hippo tang. Or a royal blue tang. And yeah, just up close with sharks too. It was mesmerizing and quite scary as well, because some of them were just, I mean, they were not aggressive, but like you see their teeth and you're like, I don't want to be close to that in, you know, in flesh. And then turtles too. I love turtles. Tortoise. Yeah, this is just me just really being like amazed by everything that I'm seeing. Like jellyfishes were everywhere, stingrays, and then they had like a feeding show. It was the perfect time when we went there. I think the feeding show starts at 3 p.m. So if you're gonna go to Aquaria, maybe go there at around 1 p.m. and then roam around for like 2 hours before the feeding of the animals. And then this is Kuala Lumpur at night. Just a lot of people. This is around the pavilion. We didn't really go inside, but it was just nice to walk around. We were just walking around and enjoying it. I didn't film that much because I was taking it in, you know, with these vlogs, I think I only filmed 20% of everything that I've experienced. So yeah. The next day, and I think on our final day in Kuala Lumpur, we went to an art gallery. I think this art gallery was in a bank. I forgot the name. Museum something. So yeah, I was just looking around and being mesmerized by paintings as well, because I'm glad that we went here, because I was feeling a little bit like losing inspiration with my own artwork. So going here kind of sparked some inspiration and like ideas for me on what to do with my own stuff. So yeah, we were in Bank Negara Malaysia Museum and Art Gallery. This was located at around Jalan Datu On in Kuala Lumpur. And like when if you look at the other side of the bank, like on the see-through windows, it's just a lot of vegetation. And so what we saw here was just a lot of history about money and trading, and like just a lot of financial stuff. Like even the stock trading in Malaysia was also featured in this museum. So yeah, it was really quite interesting.
So fragile, like it was built to break off the handle. How'd we get to this place? We're leaving everything behind for new and exciting feelings, but I won't leave you. Will everything we know be lost and changed for something new? Only time will tell, but I'll be holding you. I'll be holding you.
So yeah, after that we just went for a meal and had to prepare for our trip back to the Philippines. And I must say, being in Malaysia, I was just quite emotional, and I actually cried to myself when I was looking at the window, because it's just one of the best experiences I've had in my life in 2022, and I've never expected it, honestly. We've had good food, we had such nice experiences, we met a lot of people, and I think one of the best things I learned during this trip is just going around the world expands your horizons, and it allows you to see your life differently. Like you get a little bit much more inspiration to continue to survive. And yeah, oh my god, this is my experience in Malaysia. I hope you guys like this video. If you want to see more of these kinds of travel vlogs, just comment, like, and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate it a lot if you engaged with our videos. And yeah, here's a couple of photos, and that's it. Thanks for watching.